What's going on? This is Kevin Hart. Right now you're watching Human Mill Magazine. Watch it.
Kevin, how you doing, man?
I can't complain, man. Getting taller, drinking a bunch of milk, doing what I do. I get into comedy before I got into acting, man. I'm being the asshole. I was always the funny guy in school, in work, in community college. A bunch of my co-workers and friends, they're like, man, Kev, guy, you funny, man. Why don't you try to get on stage? And, you know, I thought about entertainment. I thought about it. I love comedy. I love watching comedy. But I never thought about really seeing myself in a comedy environment. And, you know, when they told me to do it, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do one of these amateur nights. A friend of mine found an amateur night in Philadelphia. He told me, he said, yo, you should go up there. You should go perform. And I went up there and performed, man, and I did well. And I wound up coming back because they had certain nights with competitions on amateur nights. So I went back, man. I wound up winning the competition like 6 times in a row. I was like, that can be my rent. I can pay my rent off amateur nights. This is it. I had it all figured out. I had it all mapped out. So I quit my job. As soon as I quit my job, they stopped the amateur nights. And I was like, damn. So I said, I think I found my passion. I think I know why I'm here. I want to be a comedian. That's what I'm going to do with my life. I can put all into it. And she said, that's what you want to do, I'm going to support you. And it was hard, but I like the struggle of it. You know, the more that you put into it, the more you get out of it. In the beginning, man, I used to drive back and forth from Philadelphia to New York with a friend of mine named Keith Robinson just to get on stage, you know, just do spots in New York, because I had to make them believe that I lived in New York. And I did that for about a year, going back and forth, driving on the turnpike. When I was, you know, 21 years old, 20 years old, hanging around at these comedy clubs in New York, I saw Jerry Seinfeld and George Wallace just sitting at the table talking, you know. David Wayans and Chris Rock were coming to these comedy clubs like it wasn't nothing and joke around with some of the other comics, and they kind of treated the other comics as if they were on the same level. You know what I'm saying? It was like a family. It was like an underground family of comedians who all knew each other and loved each other, and it didn't matter how much money this person had or where he was in his career. It's like when they came around, they were all equal, you know, regardless of where you were. And when I saw that, it was like, you know what, this is definitely where I want to be. They're so humble enough and so in love with the field of comedy that it's not about where they were in their life or where they were in their career. It was about the craft, and that's what I got from a lot of those guys, and that's how I kind of respect the comedy. So I can honestly say now I have just as much respect for comedy as I did back then, if not more, because I understand that, you know, the different levels of it. You know, I don't try to say, here's my white show, here's my black show. I try to be universal, man. I try to appeal to everybody, and with doing that, you know, you can definitely get a broad following. I don't have a white show and a black show. I don't have a show that I say, here, this was for my white people, with my black people now. Y'all can get the special one. You know what I'm saying? I just try to appeal to everyone. And you know, of course the movies don't hurt. The more movies you do, the more people can see your face and associate a face with a name. But now it's at a point where you know, the name is catching on, and hopefully it can get in the households to where Kevin Hart was on, or did you see Kevin Hart at 2002 when I went to Montreal Comedy Festival. That's where stuff kind of took off a little bit. You know, I got deals, and you know, things went really well out there, and I got deals and different development deals, television deals, and offers. And from those deals, you know, nobody out here knew what was going on, but I was wrapped up in studios and networks for a long time, you know, pretty much where they were trying to find shows for me, trying to do something, and we just couldn't do anything. I filmed so many pilots, and finally I was like, you know what, let me create my own thing. I went to my manager, Dave Becky, and I told him, I said, Dave, let me come and live with something. Let me come and live with my own idea. I've been around and I see how it works enough now where I feel like I can come in with a funny show and, you know, get the same results, at least to get a pilot. And I did it, man. You know, knock on some wood. I got lucky. I got the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, I got the opportunity to have my show on air, which a lot of people don't get. You know, a lot of people don't even come close to that. So I was 23, executive producing, writing, and starring in my own show. And it was an experience, man. You know, it's a shame that it got canceled, but at the same time, I'm not mad that it didn't get canceled, because if it did get canceled, I wouldn't have all the opportunities that I have now. I wouldn't have done all the films that I have now. I wouldn't have all the relationships that I have now. You know, the opportunities, I can say, I've just been in the right place at the right time. You know, from my first movie, Paper Soldiers, I was just performing on stage with Dame Dash and Jay-Z. You know, they saw me and they were like, dude, I got a movie for you. I want you to be in it. It's going to be crazy. And after that, you know, along came Polly, kind of fell in my lap, because I knew the guys from Jersey Films, and they thought I was funny. They saw me doing stand-up. They said, hey, guy, you'll be funny for this part. Then I met Jesse Terrell, auditioned for Soul Plane, and that movie got bootlegged so heavily, but at the same time, it got out there so much to where, the studios and, other people that kind of mattered started liking movies to act. Whether you liked the movie or not, they saw that I could act, which was good, and then Soul Plane also gave me an audience, gave me an underground audience, and above board audience. So I'm very thankful for that movie because of that. That's where my other movies came from. Meet Dave, that's starring Eddie Murphy, Gabrielle Union, and myself. I play Agent 17. It's a movie about these guys from Planet Neil. We're not aliens, but we're small humans, probably the size of your fingernail. So we need to come to planet Earth for our energy source. We have no energy on our planet, and our planet is drying thin. So we need to come to Earth to do it, but we're so small, we come to Earth, we'll die. We come up with a plan to create a human body and go to Earth in this human body and propose as a human. But inside the human body is our ship. So we're actually operating the human body. There's people inside this ship that's responsible for every part of the body. You got people that's responsible for the right eye, left eye, nose, right arm, left arm, knee, thigh, leg, and what my character is, I'm responsible for repairs on the body. When something goes wrong, Agent 17 has to get in there and either clean it up or fix it. So it's funny, man. It's Eddie Murphy at his best. What do I have coming up next? And I'm about to embark in. Great Film an Hour special. I'm doing a reality show right now that I'm starring and producing it. I'm about to be the host of Comic View this season. What else? Got coming out called Not Easily Broken. And about to do a tour, big tour. About to hit these theaters now. I've done these comedy clubs for a while. So about to jump into the theaters, test my audience, see how many people come out to see me now. See if y'all really like me or not.
Last question, man. How would you like to be remembered when your career's over?
Sexy. That's about it. Sexy.
Really?
Chocolate drop.
That's it for me.